Hello ladies, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a special request video, and it is a look that's based on and inspired by a wrap in the movie Kingdom of Heaven. Now, this wrap is a couple of different scarves, and it's a different style than I'm used to, as it will have a niqab, and I'm not known for wearing those that often, but it seems kind of fun, so I'm willing to try it. So this is actually the third time I'm videoing this film because my technology has been fighting me all day. So my apologies for it being late, and I'm gonna get started with telling you what I'm going to be using in this wrap. Now, since it's two variations, one is gold and black, and the other one is this, it utilizes purple and gold and white. So I'm going to grab the scarves for the black and gold variation. Now, the scarf ensemble in the video, or in the movie, is a bit different. The niqab is a very sheer fabric. I don't have the sheer fabric to do that, but I have this really pretty sparkle scarf. The turban, I couldn't tell what kind of fabric it was made from, but I'm going to be using a really fun pashmina. I love pashminas. So this one was the January scarf of the month from Rapunzel. And then I'm going to be using a scarf that to represent the veil. In the movie, it is not so much a veil or a scarf as it is a hood. It's a lined hood for her. I think it's a cape or a jacket, but this is the scarf I will be using. It has a really beautiful front detailing, and in my perfect case scenario, I would have this beautiful color silk or some type of lining in this to give it more body. But it is a rather large and beautiful scarf with lots of little embroideries. I'm not sure what they are, but they're really pretty. Now that's the first set. The second set is going to consist of this sparkle scarf, this white and sequin. It's white, gold, and silver with sequins. It's a pretty lace fabric with stripes. And then the veil is going to be this beautiful scarf. It has a very heavily embroidered edge and then flowers. Now, I picked this color because of the pretty flowers that were there. Now, I could also have picked the pashmina, the purple pashmina that came in the Leora kit, or one of the Leora kits. I think it was Leora kit number 4. Would also go really well with this, and in place of this sparkly fun scarf. So I'm going to begin with the black scarf because I think it's fun. I'm gonna lay this on my lap. The jewelry I'm using, I will be using in both sets, both wraps. I'm going to be using this beautiful headband. My goodness, this beautiful headband. And this lovely necklace will go here. And then I have another necklace. This is kind of, I'm using it because I need something across the top, not because it necessarily goes. And this one will go right in this direction here. Okay. Now to begin, I'm going to put the white scarves down here. I'm going to take my gold scarf is first. Now, before I get started, let me discuss my shaper situation here. This is a signature shaper. It's in blonde. I have it placed kind of down really far on my forehead so that there's not much space between the velvet headband and my eyebrows. My hairline is here, so you can see how much down onto my forehead it is. And going around, it's sort of higher on, I'll tuck my hair up in here because I can feel it's out. It's sort of higher up in the back, so I have some of the hairline down here. I have the hairline down there showing. Now it's over the tips of my ears. You can put it behind your ears if you're not comfortable. It won't affect the wrap. So if you have it, your ears out. I just have weird ears, and they're so used to being underneath, like so. Okay, now for the first scarf, this is the scarf we are going to be using for the niqab, and you won't really see anything but this piece that hangs here. The rest up here will be all covered up. So I'm hoping my lighting does not act silly this time. Okay, so I'm placing it on my head, just slightly off center, with the scarf all the way down to the tip of the shaper. Now when I tie it, I don't want to tie it way back here. I'm going to have it shifted a little bit to the side. Behave, lighting. And then I'm going to make sure that the piece that's coming out on this side comes out at the top. If that makes sense, in the knot. This side, I want it up, coming out of the top. And this one is at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm just fixing this. And for this, I'm going to put the, I don't know if I want the long side up or the short side. Let's see. And I like to gather it up like this. And then I can, when I wrap it, I can pull it down like this while I'm wrapping. So, okay, so I can leave the long end towards the top. I am folding over the top side of this. And I'm going to situate it. Now it's going from ear, the top of, the top of the ear to the top of the ear, with the option to drop it down just a little bit in the front, like this. Oh, with the light. Okay, now what I'm going to do is gather up, gather up, gather up. Now I know somebody told me the reason it misbehaves, the lighting, is because of the contrast, the dark and the light. Well, I've done everything I can to make sure that I have only one color on, but I don't have that many outfits in this color family, if that makes sense. So I either have black on and it does the same thing, or purple, I don't know. So I'm gonna see if I can't maybe darken it just a bit. Maybe that will help. Anyway, we're just gonna gather it up this way this time. Okay. maybe I'll just give a little edit to the beginning part of this. Okay, so I have here. Now, when I do this, I'm going to, you can pin it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use the scarf to hold this in place. Just like this. And then when I bring the scarf around the back, there's a little pocket right here. I'm just going to tuck this in. You can see, just tucking it in. So I have like so. Again, this doesn't really matter so much if it's not perfectly neat. Okay, now I'm going to drop this down while I wrap the rest, and that should be perfectly fine. Okay, so I have this point. I'm going to take my next scarf, which is this beautiful pashmina. Now for this one, I am going to take the edge that has that little tag, because I still haven't removed it. I'm folding it over so that the fringes are hidden. Now, this is quite fun. I'm going to swing it behind me, and I'm going to I'm going to center it on my head and bring around to the back, like so. Now, I'm going to do my best to show it to you and show you what I'm doing, because I'm overlapping and then I'm going to pin. Now the best idea is to have a safety pin. I'm not exactly that brilliant, so I have straight pins. And I'm going to pin this in the back. Like so. Okay. So I've got it just, oops, just like that. Okay, maybe if I get away from it a little bit. All right, now I have all of the scarf laying down my back like this with the beautiful motif here. What I'm going to do is grab my jewelry and put my jewelry on as much as I can right now. And that means 2 pins and my squeaky chair. Okay. I'm going to place this piece right in the center, just like this. Now this does have a nice elastic, but I don't need to wear the elastic. Do not put the pins in your mouth. Okay. All right, there's that one. And here's that one. Okay, I'm not too pleased with the way that happened. So take 2. This is quite entertaining. Okay, there. Now we have our headband right in the center with our dangly. And then we have our other piece, it goes down the side and under your chin. Well, under my chin. Let's see. Okay. Thinking we were going to go this way. Instead of using the pins, I went ahead and put these little hooks on there so that I can just clip it in when I put it on. I can just stick it through like an earring. Into the scarf. And in a perfect world, it holds on nicely. Okay, like this. Okay. I think I'll drop it down just a little bit, like there. And a little bit on this side. It's all about the fine-tuning of the look. Okay, now I've got the base jewelry on and the scarves. Now I'm going to make this part and wrap the turban around to cover up all the elastic and all the weird bits. I'm folding in the edges and then I'm just kind of going to crinkle it and bring it up and over. Kind of like this. Now I'm going to be looking in the mirror behind because this is a really small screen. I tried filming with the computer and the sound did not pick up. Sort of was frustrating. But there you have it. So here we go. Doing a little bit of wrapping. This will go around a couple of times, but I like to get some of the pleats in place before I get it all tied up. Okay. And then brought it around, keeping in the same frame, bringing it a little higher on the head as we bring it around. Making sure to keep it tucked in. Now here we have the option of bringing it up and tucking it in the back at the top or underneath the first go round. I think I'm going to tuck it in at the top in the back, just like so. And kind of just bring down a few of the pleats. We want the volume to be switched into the front. Typically we have it towards the back so that we're kind of going for that elongated alien head, or the squid head with that big bulbous piece in the back. Well, this time we're kind of going to shift it forward and just have it round at the top. And then I have all of my really fun pleated parts here in the jewelry. I'm going to bring up the niqab in a moment. Now, in the film, as I've stated before, lined hooded cape or coat, but here we have a veil. And I would just like to have the piece come down like this. Now, I I'm going to take a couple of pins and pin it so that these guys stay straight. And attached. Like so. Now, the option here, and what she had in the video, in the movie, I keep saying video, in the movie, she had a necklace across here, or some type of string of metal, some type of band here, or 2 strings of chain. It's a chain. The option is to have a necklace here as well, and it would go underneath, obviously it would go underneath of the veil on the sides, so it would look something like this. You could see that. Now this piece was my grandmother's, and I think it was her mother's before her. And it's just a really fun, like, Art Deco style of necklace. I'll put it on for you, why not? And then we'll move on to the next. I must not have done a good enough job with the stick pin. Okay, so I am going to place this here. And the same on this side. Without stabbing myself in the head. With all the scarf and padding in this, you would think it would be hard to stab myself in the head, but it's so not. It is so easy. Easy peasy. Now I'm going to lift the niqab and give you an idea. With the niqab. And here is the veil. Now, I would definitely not be wearing this with a purple dress. I have a beautiful black ensemble in the other room that would be lovely with this. So I'm going to pause this, take some pictures of this wrap, and then I am going to move on to the next one. So for the second variation of this, I found something in my collection while I was trying to put stuff away. I found this scarf. I know it has this ugly green bit in the middle, but it also has on the ends this lovely purple. I'm going to try to wrap with this as the base for the niqab and see if I can make this work, because I think this is a nice light sheer fabric and in keeping with the design of the original photo. Okay, so let's see if I can get this, because we're not going to see this ugly green if I can help it. So doing the same thing with the tying, trying to get it a little off to the side. Okay, so I'm just going to loosen this up just a little bit, rotate it just a tad. Okay, so this is already folded in half, and you can see I get that the lovely like so. I get this. So I will turn it back on in a second, but I just wanted you to see without the stupid glare. I've about had it with technology for the day. Okay. I just do my best. That's all I can do. I will do my best because it's the best I can do. Okay, so I have my niqab, and I'm going to just bring this over to hold it in place. I'm not fussing with it to make it all perfect. Because this is what it's going to be. Now, you can drop that down until afterwards. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this scarf here, the same as I did with the last wrap. Except I'm going, I'm folding over to showcase the gold. You can see there's a strip with gold checkers. It's like a checkerboard. It's gold and net. And that's what I want to have. Now I think with this scarf it would be best to iron a crease into it. And I'm simply going to layer over the two pieces and pin it again in the back. It's the same exact thing as I did with the last wrap. And patience is a virtue. Okay. I do like the pashminas much more when it comes to wrapping this. I think it's just got a bit more grip, a bit more body to the scarf, which makes just for easier wrapping. Okay. Okay. Tail down the back. And then I am going to put the jewelry on. Adjust this. We don't want the green to show too much. Well, we really don't want it to show at all, but apparently it isn't going to cooperate. So, there. Okay. I think I'm just going to use the stretchy band this time when I put this on. Like so. And just have it dangle and use the pins on either side like this. So I have my light, there we go. So I have my piece here, and then I have the two dangles, right like that. Okay, now I'm also going to put on this piece. It should be able to hang it easier from the netting than the other scarf. Okay, so there. Now I'm doing the same thing, bringing it over to the side. Folding in the ends as best I can. Bringing it around. Now this scarf is extra long, so I will be able to get more fun from it. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust it. Bringing it around. And then I can bring it around once more. Okay, and then I think tucking it in at the top is the best option. And then adjusting this piece just to make it even. You know, make sure your pleats and gathers are where you want them. Okay, so this is what I've got right now. Bring up the niqab. Got a nice deep purple, like so. Okay, maybe that can give you an idea of the brightness. It's really fun. It's really shiny. I have that. Now for the piece. Now I do have this. I bought this forever ago. It actually went with an outfit, and I did not keep the outfit. I have the veil, just like this. With all this shimmer and shine and the gold. It feels very luxurious. Now I'm just going to show you this piece up here. You can see. I get too close. So I'm gonna attach it and take pictures, and I hope you've enjoyed this video and the tutorial. One of these days I will actually get the hang of technology, and it won't take me forever to get something printed, to get something filmed and put up. But you ladies have a wonderful evening. Okay, for giggles, I'm going to do this in the white. I'm just tying on the scarf the exact same way as I was before, but I want to see what it looks like in all white. Okay, now that I've got this where I want it, I'm going to put it down because I can. And then I'm going to put on the white scarf. I think I'm not going to fold it this time. I think I'm just going to let it go, just like this. I'm overlapping in the back, same as I did before. And I'm going to give it a good pin. There we go. Okay, so I have it to this with the long tail down my back, and I'm going to put on the jewelry. Doesn't matter what order you put things on in, it just, as long as you put them on before you wrap your turban. And I can have it that long, or I can have it a little bit shorter. Like this. Okay, that's good. Now, what did I do? Oh, dropped it. Okay. We have one headband in the center. I could probably just leave it like this. That would be kind of entertaining. Having it like so. instead of putting the pins in it. It might stay like that. Okay, now let's bring this around and get on with the turbaning. Okay. Wrap one, ow, wrap one, smack myself in the eyeball with the necklace. Okay, so bring it around, and then we are going to open it up a little bit more, still making sure the ends are in. We've got our second go round. I'm just adjusting some pleats. To make sure things just kind of lie neatly and in the way that I want them. Okay, so I'm just tucking it in. Don't worry about that really big high piece right in the front. We can fold that under like so. Okay, so I've gotten to this point. Now I'm going to put on the next bit of necklace. This is the tricky one. Because it likes to fall out. Okay. Same on this side. Now I'm just working with what I have in my collection. I think if I were to actually go out and wear and do this often, I would have to go out and buy specific jewelry just for this. Okay, so that's the beginning. Bring this up. And then put on the veil. Ooh, this is beautiful. Ooh, I like this better than I like the purple one. That is quite lovely. Okay, now it's time to pin this in place. Because this is extra slippery. do like this one much better. And imagine it with a matching white and gold outfit. I think that would be lovely. I think I'm going to stand up and see if you can get the full effect. Of this. Again, picture it in the outfit in a coordinating, a matching color. Okay. I'm going to come back and sit down. I really enjoyed this playtime, even though I had to film it many times.